Welcome to our state meeting. My name is Marc Bregman. I am the Government Relations Chair for NAIFA, California. My team consists of a couple of people. Sherry McHugh is our Legislative Advocate. John Nielmeyer is our PAC Chair. And Trent Bryson is our Political Involvement Chair. What we do, kind of run through all three. Me as a GRC chair, I overlook the committee, make sure that we're operating on all cylinders. Basically anything that goes wrong or isn't working right, it's going to be my fault. Hopefully everything's working perfectly, right? Sherry McHugh, our legislative advocate, she is basically the person that her office is at the Capitol in Sacramento. She is the person that has relationships with almost every legislator that we deal with. And she is the one that really is doing this job for us full-time. She is a paid position that is paid by your membership dues. The more members, the less each one of us individually have to pay toward her pay. So membership is extremely important because as our membership grows, that cost can be spread among more members. And Sherry is the most important position, I feel, in this entire association. I joined NAIFA for the legislative advocacy. Some people join NAIFA for the member benefits. Some people join NAIFA for the networking. And those are all very important. But I tell you that if we didn't have Sherry, we would not be in business. If we did not have NAIFA, we would not be in business. We need that representation at the Capitol. John Nielmeyer is our PAC chair. He helps raise money. Now, Sherry, our membership dues take care of Sherry's salary, but our membership dues do not give any type of contribution that we use to help get people in office that we think will best represent our membership. The PAC dollars that John raises is kind of like the fuel in Sherry's car. That gives Sherry the ability to help get people in office. Sherry doesn't select those people. It's carefully considered by our state board and the GRC committee who gets those dollars and who we try to help be in office in Sacramento. We are not a specific political party. I wouldn't even say that we care what party people are. What we care about is people being in office that will give us the time of day to explain to them the repercussions of the bills that they're trying to pass and try to advise these legislators, and Sherry, that's her main job, is to how to make these bills friendly for our membership and our clients. So you got Sherry, you got John, the PAC chair. He's raising money for the fuel and good on Sherry's car. And Trent, he is our political involvement chair. It's kind of where the rubber meets the road. Now, Sherry is very important and she represents our entire membership for the state of California. But what's even more important is that we need people on the ground having individual relationships with these legislators. That just helps spread the word. That also helps these legislators know that there's more than just Sherry, even though she says there's membership behind her. It's really important for us to communicate with our legislators. Right now on Zoom, you can get appointments at the Capitol with your different legislators on Zoom meetings. You can write them emails, you can write them letters. When this COVID is over, you'll be able to go see them personally again. And that is very effective because then they can put a face with the name NAIFA. They also, it's very important for these legislators to hear from constituents that are in their territory. Because when they know that they hear from one constituent, they know statistically that there are so many people behind them that carry the same view. So we need members. Right now, our membership is lower than it has been in a long time. People nowadays don't tend to give back like they used to. And a lot of service clubs are down on membership. We're not a service club. We are a professional association. We represent our members and their clients, and we represent you. And while networking is important And there's a lot of social aspects to NAIFA. Some of my best friends that I've made in this industry are from NAIFA. I have the job with the company I'm with now because of NAIFA, because of the relationships I had with the NAIFA. And so there's a lot of benefits in networking at NAIFA. I got to meet and speak to people over the last 23 years I've been in the business that have given me ideas to help me launch my business that one step further, kind of break through that glass ceiling in my production. And so networking is important, but that isn't what's important for GRC. The membership numbers are what is important. And so when Sherry or you go to a legislator and sit down with them and say, these are the viewpoints that we have, it is important for them to be able to understand that there is thousands of people behind you, not hundreds or nobody. And so our membership numbers are extremely important, not only to help all of us carry the weight of paying the expense for the association, but also because we need members behind Sherry and the people that go to the Capitol and represent you and your clients. Day on the Hill was canceled this year, which is a very regrettable thing. We had a great program together for you this year. And so COVID kind of took down our Day on the Hill this year. Very sad. We are in the midst of planning one for next year at the Capitol. I can tell you that if I have any say in it next year, if in person is not the appropriate way to do Day on the Hill, we will organize a virtual Zoom Day on the Hill. Trent Bryson's office has always helped us coordinate the appointments so that you can be set up to see those legislators, and we will do it either in person or by Zoom. We might even do both next year. It's really hard to tell what will happen, but we do set up our Day on the Hill for Sacramento, usually in the month of March, and I really hope that you guys will be involved. It is absolutely important that you are a member to be at that meeting. You cannot represent NAIFA unless you're a member. And so there's many people on this event today that are not members. I implore you to please join NAIFA. It is the cheapest insurance you'll ever buy and the most valuable insurance if you're planning on staying in this business. So I thank all of you for being here at our state meeting today. I don't want to bore you with details, but I would very much like you guys to please make sure you're involved. There's one last note that I'm going to leave you with. And while AB 5 a couple years ago was really important for us protecting you from being W-2 employees from every company you deal with, we got our members specifically excluded from the bill so you guys could continue to get 1099s on brokerage business. I fear the biggest thing that is on the horizon, as you know, we're spending trillions of dollars that are not coming from the bank. They're coming on credit. That's going to have to get paid back. And I can tell you that our industry is going to be one that's looked at. The tax advantages of life insurance, IRAs, Roth IRAs, 401ks, all the annuities, tax deferred annuities that we offer our clients. All of those products are going to be looked at very, very, very closely. And I think the first thing that'll happen is they're going to say, well, you know, a person can have tax-free death benefit on their life insurance and a person can have tax-free accumulation. But I think they're going to go after the business owners or the companies first. Many of us sell whole life insurance or even term insurance for buy-sell agreements, key man insurance to businesses that is owned by a business. And I fear the first place the government's going to look at and say, hey, why should those companies get that money tax-free as a death benefit? Why should they get that tax-free accumulation of cash in the policy as a company? I think they'll hit that first. And once they hit the companies for taxes, then they'll slip in there, oh, just we'll put a small tax rate on all the personally owned life insurance policies too. And once we start down that slippery slope, I tell you, it will not stop until life insurance is taxed just like any other product. So right now we have that tax-free cash accumulation, tax-free death benefit. And if you don't want to see that those benefits go away, I strongly suggest that you look at what we talked about today. Not only be involved in going down the hill and talking to legislators, but also help us have members to show that we have numbers behind us. And there is strength in numbers. And so I implore you all, if you're paying your membership, that's great. Ask one person to join this month. Get somebody else. Be an example to them. Explain to them the values of membership. Get them to join and get them to be involved. So thank you all today for being on our call. And if you have any questions, you can look my information up on the NAFA California website. I'd be happy to have a personal conversation with you at some time in the future. Thank you.